In a small Australian town, a family stops their RV trip to refuel. Peter makes his stepdaughter Bella and his son Samuel take a walk to stretch their legs. Bella wanders into the local fair and meets Dennis, an artist selling sketches. She admires his work, but a cop interrupts and kicks Dennis out for not having a stall permit. Meanwhile, Vanessa meets her boyfriend Jackson and tells him she's pregnant. Jackson feels thrilled and shares the news with his rugby teammates.
I'm pregnant.
That's amazing.
Oh!
Wait. Oh, hey, congratulations!
Thank you.
Before moving forward, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. It will help us keep bringing your favorite movie recaps. Suddenly, a loud screeching noise blares from Vanessa's car speakers, so she turns off the engine. That evening, the town gathers for a rugby match, but the tension between Jackson and Matt is obvious. Peter's family stays behind in town because they can't find Bella. Peter tells Samuel and his wife Jenny to wait at the RV while he searches. He eventually finds Bella watching the rugby match and scolds her for not staying with the family, but Bella refuses to listen. The stadium suddenly loses power, and explosions echo in the distance as colorful lights fill the sky. Yellow lights move closer, revealing alien ships that open fire on the small town. People flee in panic, but not everyone escapes, and many fall victim. Bella tries to run, but is knocked to the ground. Marcus, Matt's brother-in-law, spots her and rushes to help. Just as they get moving, Bella's dad finds her, leaving Marcus alone. The aliens land on Earth, firing at the townspeople while their ships continue providing aerial support. They drag some humans away by the hair. Amelia, Matt's wife, sees her mother being taken and tries to intervene, but Matt pulls her back to help Marcus instead. Some locals throw objects at the aliens, but their armor is impenetrable, and the aliens keep shooting. The cops fire their weapons, but it's useless. Explosions erupt everywhere as Bella and Peter reach their RV. Bella spots Marcus and his family looking for shelter and calls them over. The group rushes into the RV, while Peter worries about Samuel and Jenny, who are still missing. He considers searching for them, but Matt insists they need to leave before they get killed. A shot hits the RV roof, proving his point. Nearby cars explode as Amelia spots Jackson and Vanessa. She calls them into the RV, but Jackson tries to check on a friend, only for Vanessa to drag him away. Once everyone boards, Peter ignores the bleeding person outside the window and speeds off. Matt dodges explosions, flames, panicked people, and collapsing stands before the RV finally escapes the town and crosses the countryside. Soon, a spaceship chases them, but the Air Force arrives just in time to shoot it down. Matt steps out of the RV to investigate, but finds no bodies, realizing the ship was only a drone. Suddenly, lights approach, scaring everyone, but it turns out to be a truck carrying Arnold and Dennis, who knows a hiding spot. Together, they drive to an abandoned timber mill in the forest. That night, the group decides to rest and figure out their next move in the morning. At dawn, they spot a massive spaceship hovering over the area. As tensions rise, an argument breaks out, revealing that Peter spent 7 years in jail and was only released a month ago. Some want to leave, but Matt convinces them to stay another day, offering to head into town to look for their families. Dennis and Amelia join him, and they search for supplies while avoiding a spaceship flying overhead. Once the danger passes, they move on and discover aliens rounding up prisoners behind a laser gate that burns anyone who touches it. Amelia learns her mother has already been moved to a factory. Before they can act, aliens appear, forcing the trio to flee and hide in the tall grass. From there, they watch in horror as a massive structure lands on top of the town. Inside the house, the tension rises. Peter reveals a gun to silence everyone. The trio returns and explains that the aliens are taking humans to their factory like livestock, proving they plan to stay.
Everyone's been taken to the old factory.
It's like a livestock paddock.
Suddenly, a light outside alerts them that the aliens followed the trio back. Everyone hides as an alien enters the house, searching. Peter shoots at it from behind, but the bullets can't penetrate its armor. The alien aims at Peter, but Matt tackles it and disarms it. Despite his effort, the alien overpowers him. Vanessa grabs the alien's gun and shoots it, saving Matt just in time. Meanwhile, another alien reaches through the wall and grabs Dennis, trying to choke him. Arnold rushes over, pulling the alien's arm, which causes the wall and Dennis to collapse with the alien. The group emerges, holding the alien down and attacking it, but their crowbar isn't enough. Peter orders them to expose the alien's neck and shoots it, finally killing it. They load the alien's body into the truck, and Matt tries on its helmet. He discovers the helmets detect living beings, making humans invisible when hiding among plants. Those skilled in shooting train the rest of the group to use the alien guns. The group hides in the forest, ambushing aliens and reducing their numbers. With each kill, they collect more weapons and begin attacking containers holding human prisoners, freeing them. Many rescued survivors join the fight, and the group forms a forest community, working together to survive. Over time, Bella begins to fall for Dennis. The huge spaceship never leaves town. One day, the aliens poison the water, forcing the community to move to higher ground. When the aliens finally find their camp, everyone is already gone. The war against the aliens continues, with both sides losing people in battle, but the humans always persevere by hiding among the plants. To intimidate the aliens, the humans display the heads of their enemies on spikes and hang bodies from trees. 8 months later, Amelia and Matt run through a field, trying to escape alien spaceships. Suddenly, they hear a noise and find a wounded woman named Chloe pointing a gun at them. They calm her down and explain that they're there to help. Chloe shares her story. The aliens experimented on half of the prisoners while forcing the other half to plant alien food. Chloe managed to steal a glowing device before escaping and gives it to Amelia along with the gun. At that moment, an alien grabs Chloe through the plants, forcing the couple to run. Another alien jumps out and grabs Matt by the neck, but it isn't wearing a helmet, so Amelia punches it in the face, making it drop Matt. The couple runs and reunites with a team preparing explosives. Soon, the alien outpost explodes, marking another victory for the humans. Before leaving, Amelia notices the aliens helping each other evacuate. Back at the camp, the group learns that Jackson's team captured an alien prisoner to gather information. Peter and Amelia scold Bella and Marius for risking their lives just to catch an alien, but the teens are tired of being treated like kids. When Matt mentions that the aliens are experimenting on humans, Peter angrily beats the prisoner, and the others stop him. Amelia then shows the alien a device she got from Chloe. The alien activates it with its finger, revealing a hologram that shows the aliens have been watching Earth for centuries. Matt suddenly turns off the device, frustrating Amelia, who storms out of the tent. Meanwhile, Dennis burns his cash, saying it's useless in the current world. Inspired, Bella throws her phone into the fire. Dennis then gives her a portrait he drew, and the two sneak off to find privacy. Matt tells the group what he saw in the hologram, and Peter decides to kill the prisoner. Jackson objects, saying the alien could still provide information, but Peter ignores him and beats the alien to death. Later, Matt announces they're going back to the factory to rescue the remaining prisoners. Jackson agrees to go, though Vanessa wishes he would stay because her baby is due soon. Meanwhile, Amelia sneaks away from the camp and finds a farm where aliens are forcing humans to work as slaves. She steals a crop and escapes into the forest, but a bright light blinds her. Back at the camp, Peter finds Dennis's drawings of Bella and threatens him for showing interest in his daughter. Their argument is cut short when Vanessa starts having contractions. Peter takes her to a tent while Dennis rushes to find Jackson. Jackson finds the team and delivers the news, prompting him to sprint back immediately. This exposes their location, and the aliens start shooting. A gunfight breaks out as the human team scrambles for cover, but many of them, including Matt, get injured. Despite this, Marcus refuses to back down and keeps firing, trying to buy time. Suddenly, a spaceship arrives at the camp, drawn by the tracker in the dead alien's armor. The flames from the attack destroy their camp and kill several people. Amid the chaos, Peter, Bella, and other adults take Vanessa deep into the forest, where she screams while giving birth. A survivor fears her screams will attract the aliens and attempts to knock her out with a tool, but Peter intervenes. The two men fight in the mud, and after a brutal struggle, Peter kills him. Meanwhile, Bella helps Vanessa deliver a baby girl, whom she names Allison before passing out. Bella notices Vanessa bleeding heavily, and Peter rushes to perform CPR, but it's too late. Vanessa dies from blood loss. At that moment, the Australian army arrives and eliminates the aliens, rescuing Matt's team and the camp survivors. Within minutes, the soldiers secure the area, and the humans are finally safe. Jackson reaches the forest and collapses beside Vanessa's body, apologizing for not being there for her. Afterward, the army transports the survivors in their trucks. Major Davis explains they learned about a resistance group in the forest, which inspired their mission. Matt's team is hailed as heroes for motivating the soldiers to keep fighting. Matt remains unconscious when they reach the base, so they leave him in the infirmary. The others bury the bodies, and after a moment of grief, Peter declares he wants to return to find Jenny and Samuel. Amelia stops him and promises they'll head to the factory later when they're better prepared. Davis overhears this and takes them to Colonel Grant, who explains the situation. The aliens have a biological weapon, likely a toxin or pathogen designed to exterminate humanity. Intel shows the weapon was moved to Sydney, and the military plans to retrieve it through an attack. However, they need a distraction. Grant asks Amelia's group to join Davis in attacking the factory as the distraction, leveraging their knowledge of the area. Most of the group agrees, but Jackson decides to leave. After saying goodbye to Matt, Amelia joins Davis, a few soldiers, and most of her team. Arnold wants to come, but can't due to his broken arm. As they travel to the small town, they encounter heavy alien patrols on the roads. To evade them, they open fire to create smoke as cover and detour through fields to hide among the crops. Eventually, they reach the factory and see people being forced to work outside. When a woman tries to escape, the aliens immediately shoot her down. Among the workers, Peter spots Samuel and Jenny. Back at the base, Grant receives troubling news. The Air Force struggles to fight the aliens in Sydney due to unexpected reinforcements. Another report reveals the aliens are fortifying strongholds in town. Grant realizes it was a trap. The weapon was never moved and remains in town, waiting to destroy the resistance. Grant tells Jackson everything and says she can't send more soldiers because it would be a lost battle. Desperate, Jackson runs to the infirmary, throws water on Matt, and informs him of the situation. Matt agrees to help, and before leaving, Jackson asks Arnold to take care of his daughter. Jackson and Matt drive away, but the soldiers soon see red smoke, signaling the aliens have found them. A gunfight breaks out as the creatures advance, killing anyone who resists. Meanwhile, in town, Davis's group runs through the farm as the aliens open fire, starting another gunfight. Amelia falls, temporarily losing her hearing, but seeing the others fight motivates her to keep going. Nearby, Matt hears the explosions and worries about Amelia, but Jackson reminds him their mission is to find the bioweapon. The duo sneaks into the factory and shoots down an alien at the control panel. As the prisoners panic, another alien fires at them. Jackson shoots back while Matt tries to use the computer but can't understand it. So he destroys the control panel and guides the prisoners out. Jackson kills another alien and plants explosives all over the factory. Outside, Davis's team struggles as the aliens deploy a special cannon. Meanwhile, Matt encounters two more aliens. He shoots one but runs out of bullets, forcing him to knock down the other with a physical attack. He uses Chloe's device on the computer and discovers the aliens abandoned their planet because it became a wasteland. Matt sees the bioweapon sitting on the table and grabs it, but an alien suddenly attacks him. To distract the alien, Matt threatens to destroy the bioweapon, giving him a chance to knock the alien down again. Just then, a speaking alien arrives with guards and demands Matt drop the weapon. Matt refuses, threatening to break it, which forces the guards to back off. The alien explains that their species has learned from their mistakes and won't destroy another planet, unlike humans who are destroying Earth. Suddenly, Jackson opens fire, creating a distraction that allows Matt to escape. Meanwhile, at the farm and base, humans are losing the battle. Many are injured, but they manage to call for backup. The Air Force arrives just in time, shooting down spaceships and bombing the aliens on the ground, restoring hope for humanity. Davis seizes an opportunity to attack an alien controlling a cannon, but is quickly overpowered and thrown down. However, his effort inspires the enslaved humans to fight back, even without weapons. Chaos erupts on the farm, and when the alien is distracted, Davis takes control of the cannon and kills it. Inside the factory, Matt hides and notices he's bleeding. Using a radio, he contacts Amelia and tells her he plans to stop the aliens with explosives, knowing it will cost him his life. They share an emotional moment before returning to the fight. The aliens chase Matt, but he shoots at them to divert their attention and tosses the bioweapon to Jackson. When Jackson leaps for it, he is tragically shot down. With Vanessa gone, Jackson decides to detonate the explosives himself, but Matt grabs the bioweapon and runs once more. People keep dying across the farm and the military base. Inside the factory, Jackson shoots at the aliens to buy time for Matt. Eventually, he detonates the explosives, causing the factory to explode. The aliens surrender, and Peter and Bella finally reunite with Jenny and Samuel. Amelia and Marcus watch the explosion in tears, believing Matt is gone. Later at the base, Grant announces that the team in Sydney also won, and humans are starting to regain land. At that moment, Amelia sees the bioweapon being passed by and realizes Matt is alive. They have a warm reunion, but they must also tell Arnold and the baby that Jackson is gone. Matt tells Amelia what he saw on the computer, and she approaches an alien prisoner, cutting the ropes on its hands. She offers her hand, saying they should work together. The alien agrees to shake it, hoping for a better future for both races. Matt, Amelia, and most of their team then leave with the military, ready to fight in other parts of the world. And that's how the movie ends. What did you think? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more amazing videos. See you next time.